going to start this. Ready? There you go.
I'm going to start this. You
started.
You set the kitchen timer going so we don't go on forever. And I've set the incredibly complex recording beast going, which is perched on an Alcoholics Anonymous book. It's called The Book. We'll come to that in a minute.
Yeah.
But hello, listener. Welcome to
Andy and Paul, or Paul and Andy's podcast, otherwise known as Grey Matters.
Yeah, I don't know why we called it that, apart from my friend Simon suggested we did.
Well, it's not black and white, is it, life? It's grey. It's the middle bit.
And it's using our grey matters.
And we are men of a certain age.
Yeah, well, I don't know what that means, really.
Well, we're grey.
I don't have a foggiest clue whether I would listen to such a podcast. I do listen to podcasts, and some very good ones out there, and then some are just a bit amusing and quite gentle. And we do have to decide, as we draw to the end of 2025, what direction we might want to drift in next year, or even purposefully walk in next year with the podcast. We don't have to decide now, obviously, but I think to enable us to get some kind of trajectory right, we do need feedback from people.
Oh, yes.
And at the end of most
Be careful what you wish for.
Well, at the end of most podcasts, and certainly wherever we stick it, we tend to bang the drum for our Gmail account.
Yes.
But of course, if you have our personal phone numbers, you're very welcome to contact us. However, we don't make those widely known for very good reasons. But our email address is PaulandAndysPodcast at gmail.com.
It is.
Just one word, Paul and Andy, no apostrophe, because it doesn't like apostrophes.
No.
PaulandAndysPodcast at gmail.com. Write to us and tell us what you would like us to do next year. And we're not just appealing to the half a dozen or so people that come to mind.
Yeah.
We have had some feedback.
Have we?
Yeah, we have had some proper feedback, but not to the Gmail address.
Right, that's why I haven't
It
seen
was a
it.
WhatsApp message. It was a WhatsApp message. Now, among the people that have shown a bit of interest, and I'm probably going to leave half a dozen out, but scribbled it down, are Tom at the Kingsbridge and Salcombe Gazette. He listens, so much so that he said he'd like to interview us again. Right. So we know, hello Tom, and thank you for showing an interest. He said he had to go now in the last message he sent to me because he wanted to find out more about surgical developments, because in the previous podcast we talked about various surgeries that had gone on. So everyone's got their own reason, haven't they?
Yes. But we'd love to do an interview, wouldn't we?
Yes, I think it would be great. It's interesting what's been happening, isn't it, really?
I think so.
And then I bumped into the Fenton Jones. Now, she's still carrying the burden of private plates that I was banging on about.
Oh, yes.
She still said that we've still got our plate. Well, why are you still telling me about it, Sean? Why are you still worried? I mean, at the end of the day, I don't give a monkey's really.
No.
I really don't.
No.
So you're off the hook, and it will be lovely to hear from you, probably with a letter of complaint by now, but put pen to paper, David, Sean. My cousin Denise in the USA I spoke to recently. She has just spent a lot of time in the West Coast, gone back to the East Coast. Obviously, we skirt around issues of King Trump.
Yes.
And we don't talk about that because it really isn't anything that her and I would disagree about anyway. But anyway, she listens, so I hope she's been listening again. Our longest standing listener is Lee Pell.
Yes, I know.
The Pellies.
The Pellies.
Now, Lee is in Australia but still trying to escape. So, Lee, we wish you a Merry Christmas.
Yes.
And we hope that you are able to escape and come and stay next year with... Well, you don't know her, so it would be a bit awkward. So
it would. I don't want complete strangers turning up on my doorstep. So Paul said it would be okay. No, that's not on.
It's a sort of Airbnb thing with a twist. Then there's my dear friend Kurt.
Kurt, yes, I know.
Who,
you mentioned
tells
Kurt.
us when we get the episodes wrong, gives us feedback orally. Is it hourly or orally?
Orally. Yes.
But I hear it hourly.
Yes, you do.
And he actually moved me because he's, it's easy to be jokey and facetious, and we do that quite a lot. But we also have a serious thread to our lives, don't we? Very serious in many ways. And he said that the last episode with Richard in his garden,
yes,
he thought was the best that we've done. and he told me why, and that was so encouraging, Kurt.
Great.
And then out of the blue,
yes,
because we hadn't had anything from or seen anything from other friends of ours from Birmingham days, comes the Lomans. Yes, they're called the Lomans because that's their name, and it's Russ and Alex. Now, she said that they listen to our podcast. Some people have said they listen to it when they're going to sleep. Mary, who I went for a lovely sail with this summer, the highlight of my sailing calendar, in fact, it turned out to be, because there were no other entries. But Mary went to sleep listening to our podcast, and she did. But Alex, they listen. We've binged your podcast in the car together when we've been driving to church.
Right.
We're listening again as we've run out of them.
Oh.
Flipping it. They've listened to all 35 then.
Blimey.
So I said there's another one out soon, and it's so lovely to be in touch. And so, Alex, thank you so much. She's got 2 suggestions, Andy.
Yes.
2 suggestions if you're looking for feedback. Are you looking for feedback?
Always.
Okay. Well, it's not for me, it's for you. So put your big boy's pants on.
Okay.
Sit yourself down as you are, and I'll tell you what Alex thinks.
Is that bad, is it?
No, it's not bad. It's It made me smile, actually, but I don't know how sensitive you are about this sort of thing. Now, the first thing she wants is a positive section, rather than us whining about what's been going on.
I agree with that. I think that would be a really good thing, because I think in life, generally, we forget to think about all the good things and we just focus on the bad.
Yeah, but we have started off many podcasts with a rant.
Yes.
And then we've rung a bell.
Yes.
And where is the bell? We've abandoned that because
it's there.
We don't. Oh yes. So
Thank
we
you.
used to do that, and that would mean we stopped a rant and then cracked on. But I think you're right, Alex. Yes, we'll take that on.
More positivity.
It is nice to have a bit of a rant, to be honest. And we only really started doing this for ourselves, didn't we?
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, the second is, please can you tell Andy to try not to say, I don't know, and then answer the question, which shows that he does know. He does it so often that we mimic him automatically now. I don't know. Maybe he needs a prize if he makes it through an episode without doing it, or at least recognising that he's done it. What do you think to that?
I don't know. Thank you very much indeed for picking that up, because it's kind of new to me, and for years and years and years, I pretended that I did know things, and used to just make things up.
What do you mean?
Well, if somebody said, "Oh, do you know about this?" and then you go, "Yeah," and then you pretend that you know about something, and apparently this is quite common in alcoholism. Apparently,
really,
it is. I've spoken to people at AA about this, and one of the greatest things that somebody I've got from a meeting was a fellow AA person who I won't name because of the anonymity issue, but they said to me, "Do you know it's okay to say I don't know when you really don't know?" And it never occurred to me, because I've always been expected to know things, and whether that's growing up and not knowing something was a sign of weakness, and certainly at our school, where the school motto was "It's a disgrace to be ignorant."
Oh. That was your motto?
That was the school motto. And so I think it's fear of being ignorant.
Well, they shamed you with the motto.
I agree. And looking back on it, I just think, wow, that played a
changed it. Have they changed the motto?
No, it's still that.
I should petition to get that changed. Anyway. I feel strongly about it, and I didn't go to your school.
No.
Our school's motto, my brother and I went to the same school, was "Qui patita vincit." Qui patita vincit. Whoever strives conquers.
Conquers, yeah.
Not. What was yours again?
It is a disgrace to be ignorant.
Just
I know.
It's a disgrace to be ignorant. It's a northern version.
It is a northern version of, get on with it.
Flipping out.
Yes. So, anyway, I've only started saying I don't know genuinely recently. So maybe it's my enthusiasm to say it and my realisation that I can say it and not be made fun of, mocked or whatever, that I've maybe been overusing it a bit.
Well, I think it was very brave of Alex, who's a very wonderful, lovely lady, adorable lady.
Yeah.
I think it was lovely that she wanted to do it because we all notice little idiosyncrasies. And,
yes.
I've actually been had a little bit of feedback I didn't share with you that somebody said you talk too much.
Well, you do. I know that, but that's brilliant for a podcast.
But it's not really.
It is.
But I suppose someone's got to drive it along.
Yes, and you are, and you're a communicator, and that's the job that we've both done over the years. But I'm picking up on the second point of Alex's feedback, and that's when I say I don't know, it also buys me think time to think about the thing that you just asked me, and then I might discover that I actually do have an opinion or do know something about it.
Yeah.
So it's not because I'm lying, it's because I'm trying to buy some think time.
Yes.
So,
well, I don't know. I'm going to try that because I sometimes start talking and haven't thought it through. And
exactly.
I think, that's I'm quite good at self-flagellation and beating myself up.
We all are.
I appear to be confident, and also, the listener needs to know we don't heavily post-produce this. We don't edit it a lot.
No.
We've only just started putting a bit of music on here and there to pretend that we're doing a professional job. But we don't take all the ers and rs out.
No.
When you break wind, obviously we have to cover it up.
Sure.
But,
yeah.
we get through it. So that's the thing that put the cherry on the cake. Let me find a metaphor. It was a bit of humble pie.
Yeah.
To read Alex's critique.
Yes.
But what was the cherry on the top of what turns out to be cherry pie is this. Have you listened to all 34? Blimey, I don't know whether to be shocked or delighted, I said.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, all of them. Listening to you is like having your hands around a mug of Heinz soup, curled up on the sofa with a blanket when it's cold outside.
That's really lovely.
It's a lovely thing.
That's a big compliment.
Like a big mug of soup.
My mind... This is the way my mind works now, because I'm thinking, would that be chicken or tomato? Cream of tomato? I'm thinking cream of... It's a toss-up between those two. Definitely not mushroom.
I pictured a big cup. One of those big cups with handles on either side, and a roaring fire.
Yeah.
Staring into it.
Mm-hmm.
Sniffing the aroma.
Yeah.
And I think for me it would probably be a white-based soup. Chicken and leek.
Chicken soup.
With some croutons on it.
Well, yeah, you see.
Although they're crunchy, aren't they?
Yeah, but I'd go for cream of tomato.
Well, I love
for
the thing.
comfort.
Alex, thank you so much. We do want to hear from you because the next one will be probably the last one we do this year.
It's our Christmas party.
Could be, but if we don't get it done before Christmas, it'll be New Year's party.
It'll be a kind of Christmas, between Christmas and New Year party.
Yeah.
We could have
betwixt
Epiphany
season.
Party.
Epiphany Party. She sounds like a model, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I'm Epiphany Party.
Hi Epiphany, come this way.
And we do want to, as I said, want to kind of. What do you want us to talk about, or should we just stop? We decided not to stop because we think we're having an impact, and we're having an impact with people that we come into contact with that have addiction problems.
Yeah.
And you've been very, very open about your alcohol addiction and your road back to recovery, and involving our dear and lovely friend Richard.
Yeah.
And hearing his story, and he said himself he's listened back to others, and he said it's amazing to hear the difference in me. Well, that kind of makes you well up, doesn't it?
It does.
We haven't made the difference. You've made the difference, and we've captured it.
We just recorded it.
We've just recorded
That's
it.
all we've done.
That's all we've done.
Yeah.
And that's all we want to do, really.
Yeah.
And I've started to write stuff in an exercise book, which you've very kindly given me.
So that is actually an exercise book from my school.
Well,
I found them in a box, right? And it's a genuine exercise book from my school. It's green, so that would have been Latin. And it's
green was geography at our school.
Oh right, okay. I think it was blue in our school, but that is a genuine exercise book from that school.
It's in mint condition.
I know, because nothing in it. It was a spare that I had.
And I've put Paul Leather, Class 6, Mr. Breer, in Humanities.
In Humanities, I love it.
And I'm writing little bits and pieces down on it because it's nice to remember them. I mean, I think it's what's fascinating is that all of a sudden you think of something and that another train of thought kick off and then you'll think of something. And, and the door went just before we started recording. And you said, "Who's that?" Everyone does that, don't they? The phone rings.
Go and answer it. Go and answer it. You'll find out.
How do I know? But of course, now you've got ring doorbell.
Well, this is
you can just say, "It's the man from Amazon."
I don't want a ring doorbell, though, because I like the mystery of going to the door and finding out that it is who it is.
Well, you said you didn't... I said, I don't think I've ordered anything from Amazon. Mind you, that's the nice thing about Amazon, isn't it? You order stuff and then you forget what you've ordered. You do. So it's a double surprise.
At this time of year, right, everybody's ordering stuff. I mean, you know, obviously people should use their local shops, me included, but sometimes it's just easier and you can find what you're looking for sitting at home. But you've ordered so much stuff, or one has ordered so much stuff over the run-up to Christmas for presents for various relatives and what have you, that you lose track of what's arriving when. So it's almost like having another Christmas.
Yes.
So you answer the door and think, oh, and you kind of hold the parcel and think, I wonder what this is, because you haven't got a clue, and then you open it and go, oh, that's for so-and-so. So it's kind of an added Christmas bonus, which is great. And, you know, to be quite honest with you, Paul, you know, if the door went now and there was a, donkey on the doorstep, I'd be going, oh, right, I must have ordered that.
It could be the Lomans.
I don't know.
It could be the Pellies. It could be people who found your address. 13 Acacia Road, Plymouth. Please come and visit.
Now you've done it.
Well, of course, they don't. You have Amazon parcels, and of course, if the whole family have ordered them, then you end up going, don't open that, don't open that.
Yes.
Or as I explained last podcast, something arrives to Helen, it's a DNA kit, and there's no wrapper on it at all. It just says saliva test on it. It's like even the bloody postman knows that we're testing for something or other. Anyway, was that a rant? Does that count as a rant?
I don't know, but it just made me smile.
Really?
I love the way that next time you see your postman in the street, I'll be going, everything all right then? And with a knowing look,
he'll just be going, test that if you dare. Yeah, it might be. Who might?
Have you had the results yet?
No.
Have you had the results yet?
Still no. Ask me a third time. Haven't had the results. Dreading them. Suddenly find out that Helen is actually related to royalty.
Yes. Well, we all are.
Or even worse, Nigel Farage. Just imagine.
Well, you just don't know, do you?
Well, you don't.
No.
You know, not being political, obviously.
No.
We welcome all sorts here.
Yes.
And he's certainly an all sort. So you were talking to me about the AA and the big book, the Alcoholics Anonymous book.
Yes.
Which the sophisticated recording gear is actually sitting on.
It is.
So it's a normal sized book, a bit like a Bible.
It's it is. Well, we kind of refer it to as the AA Bible. It was written in 1939. It hasn't changed. The text hasn't really changed since then. And it was it was just a pioneering work. Nothing like this had been written before about the whole idea of being addicted to alcohol and what to do about it. And then the second half are people's stories. And those have changed in different editions over the years. But it's the best £10 I've ever spent.
Is it generally available?
Yeah, you can buy it on Amazon.
You get it from what used to be called W.H. Smith.
You can buy it on Amazon, you can buy it in all bookshops, you can buy it from any AA meeting, you can buy it online from AA. But yeah, it's just a really, really good book. It's probably the best book I've ever read in terms of being helpful, because it delves deeply into how to beat alcoholism.
Wow.
And so it is quite incredible.
So it's like it's a blue. Is it always blue? It's a blue shiny book, and it says in white Helvetica script, "Alcoholics Anonymous."
Nice spot on the script, by the way.
It is.
Nice spot on the script.
It is his. It is. It is what it says on the tin on the book. Isn't it?
Hasn't changed.
It doesn't say scraping your way back along the path of sobriety or anything. It's
how to drink or anything like that.
Nothing. No. It is what it is. So, but if you received that for Christmas, what would you say to the person that unwrapped that and was faced with that?
Do you think I've got a drink problem? Is the first reaction? What are you saying?
Has Amazon have delivered the wrong parcel?
No, but I'd urge anybody to read it. And when I mean anybody, people who maybe haven't got a problem themselves, but know somebody who has. Yeah. Certainly the family of anybody who's suffered with a problem with alcohol, because this is not just about the person, it's about the concentric circles that the alcoholism causes. So it's about, there's a whole chapter called The Family Afterwards. It's really, really interesting. And Bill and Bob that wrote it, Dr. Bob and Bill, they were just pioneers. And like I say, it hasn't changed since 1939.
And you keep it on your bedside, so you were telling me...
I keep it in my bookcase. Yeah,
you were telling me that there is a time in the middle of the night when you can't phone anyone that you've met at AAA because everyone would be asleep pretty much. Yeah. But a lot of alcoholics do wake up.
Yeah, they do. When you first give up drinking, because when you are drinking heavily, alcohol is a sedative, so you basically use it to fall asleep. Or people say, "I can't sleep till I've had a glass of wine" or whatever. But when you stop drinking, you have problems sleeping. To begin with, this doesn't last very long at all. It's just your body's way.
How long?
Well, weeks, less than that. Okay. But it's different for everybody. But you can wake up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning in complete panic because you feel wide awake, but there's nothing to do, and you don't want to wake your partner up, and you don't want to phone your sponsor if you have one, and you can't really speak to anybody. So what do? Well, I when I went through that phase, I used to read this book and use that time just to read. But now, it's nice and quiet.
But now, AI is available.
Well, yeah, and AI, love it or hate it, wasn't available when I was going through all my step work. But now it is. And I think, even if you're not a recovering alcoholic, people still wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning with the dreadful 3 o'clock in the morning worries about things. I do. What do I do? And I'm really worried about this and I can't get back to sleep because my brain is just whizzing.
A friend of mine used to call it the gallopy horses.
Yeah, gallopy horses.
And galloping on your chest.
Yeah.
And I kind of get that.
We call it washing machine head. The fact that it's spinning all the time.
Right. So how would you use AI?
Well, you just because AI is free at the moment. I don't think that will be lasting for long.
Well, Google's free.
Yeah, I know it is. But you just put into AI, I'm awake at 3 o'clock in the morning. What should I do? I'm feeling like this. What should I do? And it has great suggestions because.
What does it suggest?
Well, it could suggest things like, why don't you try reading a book? What are you worried about? It'll ask you a question back. And if you're really honest with AI, it'll be really honest with you. Why are you worrying about this? Well, have you tried this and this? Have you tried talking to that person? And it actually comes up with some solutions that you think, I hadn't actually thought of that. It breaks things down into very logical steps. And the problem with 3 o'clock in the morning thinking is that you make mountains out of molehills in your own mind. Yeah. And your mind can create huge problems that are very, very solvable to begin with.
I've just had a short period of time where I've been waking up early.
Yeah.
And I used to get very fretful about it, which makes it worse, of course, because then you're fretting about waking up early, and then it's self-fulfilling prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realised that as a spiritual guy, as a Christian, I realised it was one of the very, very few times that I was God's captive audience. I was laying in the dark, looking up, and he it sounds weird if you've never experienced this, but the impression of what he's saying. Stuff came into my mind. We have talked a bit about it before, and we will talk about it in the new year more, because it is a very, very important subject to me anyway. But I found it was time that I just had ideas, connections. You don't even have to jump out of bed and write them down because you're waking up, but it's a time to treasure, not to fear. Now, obviously, if it's impeding your health, you're not getting any sleep, that is not good.
No.
But I think even to punch in I haven't thought about doing it early in the morning, but I talk to God. I say, what are you saying? What have you got to say to me?
Yeah.
Now, we have used AI. Helen and I both used it quite a lot in the last few weeks, more and more. Helen's used it for longer than I have, but I've got into it. It's phenomenal. It even has empathy. There's an empathetic element to it. And we were supposed to go to a youth club to help out. No, we weren't supposed to, actually. We were asked at the last minute, could we go and help out at the youth club? And it's like, it's just too tired. It's not what we want to do. Just a conscience is saying, well, are you sure? Now, is your conscience always God, or that's a matter to be discussed. I think if it's a good and a positive voice, it's God. If it's anything negative, destructive, or anything the opposite, it's not God. God doesn't. That's not the nature of the Almighty. So Helen went to walk the dog.
Yeah.
I sat at the laptop and I put it into one of the AI bot things.
Yeah.
What should we do about... What does God think about creating boundaries?
Yeah.
That's what I put in.
Right.
And I got back this amazing load of lists of... This was the opening bit. You clearly are concerned that you might have overstepped boundaries, and it picked up on an anxiety.
Yeah.
And then the second paragraph was, this is what the Bible says, bosh, 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 bosh. And it was quite clear that we didn't need to go. We felt we should, but we didn't need to go. Helen came back from walking the dog. She said, I'm really not sure we should go. I said, we're both tired and it's last minute and we're doing it next week. I said, look at this. Look what AI says. And I said, well, it's brilliant. So it's going to inform. The unbelievable thing, Andy, is this podcast could be done by AI.
It could be a lot better as well. But that's but I don't want it to be, because, and I say this to people about writing as well. They say, well, why bother writing something yourself when you can just get AI to do it? And I said, because the whole process is the thing. Yeah. It's not the end product I'm interested in. It's the doing it is the joy. Like sitting at this kitchen table with you, for me, is the podcast, not listening to something that sounds absolutely fabulous at the end of it, which is good, really, isn't it? But I just finish on this, that the whole AI thing, I'm amazed none of the papers have picked this up, but it's created havoc in the NHS. Do you know why?
No.
Because AI stands for artificial insemination.